Her lawful husband cheated on her with a common concubine, and she took cruel revenge in return. The secret life of Nefertiti. Greetings! Today, we will talk about the ancient Egyptian queen Nefertiti, as well as deal with the mysteries of the life of this amazing woman. You will learn about the spouse of which pharaoh became Nefertiti and why they had a rift in the family. Is it true that the daughter of the queen of ancient Egypt married the former spouse of Nefertiti? And what image of this historical person is more plausible because of what many contemporaries are in perplexity? Be sure to watch the video to the very end, so you will not miss all the important details. And at the same time, you will discover a lot of useful information on this topic, a series of transformations in the ancient Egyptian kingdom. As you already know, many decades ago, ancient Egypt was ruled by pharaohs. Each of them made his own contribution to the development of the country. It should be noted that along with pharaohs, the state was ruled by women. As a rule, they came from a noble sort, possessed magnificent beauty by standards of that time, and in the end, left after themselves future heirs. A good example of one such woman, Queen Nefertiti. Tell me honestly, have you ever thought about the meaning of such a woman's name? If not, let us explain. Nefertiti, from the language of ancient Egypt, literally translates as beautiful came. Such a meaning fully reflects the very arrival of a woman to power. For the first time, the future queen at the age of 13 years was sent to ancient Egypt as a gift to Amenhotep III. This event took place around 1357 BC. Initially, Nefertiti was a concubine of a harem, but the reign of Pharaoh Amenhotep III was coming to its end. Most likely you didn't know, but from Nefertiti on laws of that period planned to get rid of, because with the death of the pharaoh, the same fate awaited all concubines. But at this moment, there was a case which literally saved Nefertiti from imminent death. As you already guess, dynasty of ancient Egyptian pharaohs was transferred from generation to generation. So, Amenhotep III was replaced by his son, Amenhotep IV. The last is also known under the name Eneton. And then, when the pharaoh first met Nefertiti, he could not resist her charm and grandiose beauty. That is why Eneton decided that he would marry Nefertiti and begin to rule Egypt together with her. And so, it came to pass. After the marriage of the new ruler, Nefertiti received the status of chief consort of the pharaoh. As for female beauty, even the inhabitants of ancient Egypt attached great importance to it. Everyone realized that in front of them was a perfect image. It was not for nothing that it was identified with divine beauty. It goes without saying that Eneton and Nefertiti not only secured a reliable marriage union, but also made a number of transformations in ancient Egypt. In particular, they carried out a religious reform, as a result of which the main deity of the state became the sun god Aton. Incidentally, after this transformation, which is called the Amarna period, the name Amenhotep acquired a different form. Since then, he began to be called Eneton. During the first years of his reign, the pharaoh even freed entire harems. By such actions, he proved his loyalty to only one woman, Nefertiti, except that the discord in the family of spouses still occurred, without the main heir. According to the laws and customs of the ancient Egyptian state, only a boy could become the ruler, which in fact happened before Eneton took office. As you remember, Amenhotep III still managed to get a son and thus transfer the power to the latter. But it so happened that in the family of Eneton and Nefertiti were born only girls. Just imagine, 6 daughters and no boys. The couple hoped to the last that the situation could be solved, but unfortunately, without success. Over the years, Eneton did not notice the beauty and affection for Nefertiti. In addition, there were several tragedies in the family, the death of the pharaoh's mother and several daughters. After all this, the pharaoh saw nothing better than to build harems again. Perhaps he did not pursue the goal of cheating on his chief consort and leaving the family once and for all. But he was not going to leave the inheritance without the boy. And here came a lucky chance. He left Nefertiti and built a relationship with one of his concubines. To make you understand, during Enetun's reign, the new capital city of Akhenaten was already under construction. And when the construction came to an end, the pharaoh went there alone. Nefertiti with his daughters he left in Thebes. The queen herself could not forgive such a decision. Soon, Enetun scrutinized all concubines of the harem. He settled on a girl named Kia. In addition, she came from a noble family. Pharaoh could not resist her exactly as it once happened with Nefertiti. After some time, Kia finally gave birth to Enetun, a boy. Pharaoh rejoiced at such an event, and as a sign of gratitude, he even gave the girl expensive presents. But the man in years did not stop there. He decided to endow his new life partner with a special status. Since then, Kia began to be called Junior Pharaoh and even received a tiara from Enetun. On this object was depicted a snake, representing power. Unfortunately, Kia soon passed away. To date, it is not possible to know the true cause of her death. Pharaoh immediately found a solution. He wanted to return his former spouse. But Nefertiti did not agree to take such a step. She was well aware that her lawful spouse cheated, and the queen did not intend to forgive such treason. But she had a plan of revenge, which she successfully put into practice. Revenge for treason. We pay your attention that at that time, Nefertiti grew up one of her daughters. Her name was Nefertiti. With the help of her, and there was the long-awaited revenge, which carefully planned Nefertiti. First, Nefertiti received from her mother the status of the main wife of Enetun. In essence, Nefertiti transferred her current title to her daughter. Along with this, Nefertiti told Nefertiti what Enetun liked best in terms of getting close to a woman. Finally, the eldest daughter was taken by the pharaoh as a wife, and afterward bore him a child. Most likely you are surprised that in ancient Egypt close inbreeding took place. But in fact, they did take place, and therefore actively occurred in this country. Secondly, at the request of Nefertiti and Nefertiti, all mentions about the previous spouse of Enetun were erased from the face of the earth. Kia's name remained neither on bas-reliefs, nor on walls of constructions, nor on other similar sources. If suddenly you thought that there is nothing terrible in it, we hasten to change your mind. In the era of ancient Egyptian civilization, to erase the name of a person in all senses of the word was equated to a special kind of punishment.